A one-size-fits-all insurance plan could end up costing thousands or even millions of dollars for coverages that don't apply to your business, specifically funeral home insurance. We are going to share with you the 5 most common coverages to have if you own a funeral home business. The first is your property coverage. Because most funeral home owners buy the buildings where they conduct business and host services, we need to protect one of their biggest investments, especially in our markets where we are exposed to wind, hail, lightning, or other disasters. Property coverage will cover the building structure as well as the contents of your building, including light fixtures, office equipment, furniture, computers, and more. The second and possibly the most important coverage is your general liability coverage. Every funeral home business must have general liability. This coverage would protect you when lawsuits or financial losses could occur. For example, you're holding a wake service at your funeral home. It rained the night before and everything froze overnight, making your sidewalks and parking lot a sheet of ice. Although you spent hours trying to salt everything and clear the ice, you miss a spot. One of the elderly visitors slips and falls on her way in the building and needs to be hospitalized. A commercial general liability policy would cover the cost of her medical expenses. The third coverage needed is auto insurance for the funeral home. Most funeral homes rely heavily on vehicles to operate a considerable portion of your business. Doesn't matter if you have one hearse or a fleet of 20, you still need commercial auto insurance in the event of any accidents on the road. The fourth coverage is funeral home directors coverage, or what we call professional liability. This coverage is designed to protect those individuals providing professional advice or services. And since funeral homes are dealing with individuals who are often grieving, E&O insurance is a very important consideration. You can probably imagine the emotional difficulty better than anyone given your profession. Now imagine the family of the deceased that becomes incredibly angry with the job your funeral home did in preparing a loved one for the service. The emotional injury claim could be significant, and having the right funeral director's coverage or professional liability will protect you. The last coverage to consider and often overseen today is data breach coverage. This is an absolute must-have given the number of data breaches today and the costs associated with even a small breach. Consider the amount of personal information you collect, store, and use in your business. This information could be in digital format, hard copy, or both. If this information is to ever be misplaced or stolen via the internet, the liability falls back on your business, and that is where cyber coverage would take care of any claims that arise from these situations. In conclusion, this is only the beginning to the insurance coverages that funeral homes need to consider. Finding the best insurance policy for funeral homes and figuring out the types of coverages that you actually need to protect your business can be confusing, time-consuming, and difficult. If you would like us to review your insurance plan and make sure you're not missing any critical coverages or potentially overpaying, please call or email us below.